you, unless you have really been in someone's shoe where it has happened to you and your loved ones, you don't know the pain and you don't know how those persons feel. So you don't know why they would say what they may say at times. Persons are saying person shouldn't burn the house down, person shouldn't this, person shouldn't that, all kind of stuff. But let me say this, you don't know what it feels like until you have been in my shoe and would have walked a mile or two in those same shoe. Before you condemn what you don't understand, I heard you to keep quiet and to keep silent. Now there's this nonsense. For me personally, and nobody's gonna like this, but this is my views, all right? Who don't like it, that's okay. For me personally, I'm a woman. I am a mother. I was abused and I am a mother. I know how it feels to have to hug many abused, many violated, many molested, many raped, because abuse is not just rape. Abuse spans wider than just rape and molestation. All right, you have psychological abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, financial abuse, spiritual abuse, emotional abuse. A lot of us are abused people. We were never raped. Maybe we weren't raped. Miss Lothian, darling, how you doing, hon? Maybe we were never raped, but we were abused in one way, shape, or form. And I have to speak it the way I see it. I don't care, honestly don't care what happened to the young man. I really couldn't care less. Whether they burn the house flat, whether they burn him flat, I don't care what happened to him. Please hear me well. Please don't misquote me. I couldn't care less what happened to him. When it comes to the matter of his family, calling for harm to be done to his family cannot be right. You can't hold his family accountable for him. If they are the families that we can call enablers, then we can call for whatever he needs for them. Because the upholder is as bad as the person who did the crime. So if you're an enabler, you're just as bad. But you can't call for jungle justice, vigilante justice, whatever, against his entire family, not knowing if they knew him to be of this mindset. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't care what happened to him, because if I were to say it here, maybe I wouldn't be saying what I should have said. Honestly, what they want for, listen, anything that the resident of Bath or St. Thomas do to this young man, anything y'all wanna do, I am on board, and I say do. Any man that hurt women and children any man that hurt women and children, I don't care what happened to him. You hear me? I don't care what y'all do to him, but I'm gonna speak my truth. Please don't bring his entire family into anything. You have to remember, sometimes we know 2 and 3 different persons in the form of the same individual. You have a child at home and parents know the child this way. School know the child that way. The child's friend know the child another way. We all don't know persons in the same way. Persons have sides. And it depends on the side they show us. It's the side we're going to talk about, love, and defend. So let's not try to advocate for any harm done to his family, because they may have been innocent bystander in all of this too. Remember, this may be news to some of them, maybe not all of them. And maybe the ones who knew did not appreciate and did not approve of anything. If he has children, maybe he has done these things to his own children. Maybe they too are hurting. Maybe they too was crippled by fear and they could not have said a word. Maybe they don't even know where he is. Maybe they too spoke out. We don't know, because we don't know everything. But whether it is a gas and light, whether it's a dashware, whether it's a mincemeat, I don't care. That young man has hurt one too many person. Me don't know about the prison for going up Diane Berry because taxpayer pay a prison bill. I don't know not more a prison to go store. We're saying, right? Because taxpayer go have to feed somebody that hurt our children. Any forgiveness is there for this young man should be forgiveness from God. I am not going to purge my conscience. As much as I'm a motivational speaker, as much as my karate life teach me to be non-violent, and as much as I am a coach, I cannot come here tonight and be one of the hypocrites. I don't want to be politically correct. I am not an enabler, and I am not a religious zealot to say everything you say, forgive. Because when the Lord was angry, in many instances in the Bible, he destroyed nations. Nations. So if you are a God-fearing person, you will know that I'm not lying. When God felt the cup was full and he was angry, he did destroy nations. If my Christian sisters are here, tell me if I'm right. So there are things at times that can cause destruction. And another thing I don't know, and I don't want to speak where I'm not equipped to, what about that sex registry in Jamaica? If he's not from St. Thomas, how did he get there? And if he had a previous conviction, when he was granted bail, why was a place not set to say this is where you have to reside? You have to reside in the community or in the parish of here, there, or wherever. QC Uplifting and Inspiring Ministry. How you doing? Welcome. Good to see you here for the first time. So let us have those talks. He should not have moved into a community where no one knew anything of him. If he was granted bail, it was supposed to be on the condition that you have to stay within the confine of boundary A and boundary B. You don't roam Jamaica. You can't convicted of something in, let's say, Portland, allegedly, and you're gonna go to Montego Bay and live free willy lifestyle. Montego Bay persons would be unsuspecting. You're letting go predator on persons that are prey that don't know a predator is walking around in their space. Right? So this is what I'm saying. How comes no one knew him? How did he get to go live there? I heard they burnt a house belonging to him. How long have he been living there that he would have acquired a house? This person's supposed to be reporting when you're on bail. You're supposed to be reporting to the police station 3 days a week or every day for that matter. I know there's the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, and that's why even if you are charged with murder, you can get bail. Always remember that. So some persons are going to say, how is he charged with rape and is on bail? You can be on bail for even murder. It is the law of the land all around. But what I'm saying, he should not have been given bail in parish A and he can go live in all the other 13 or 12 or 9 or 10 parishes that his name was never called in, because you're letting go a predator on all innocent person who don't know him to be this. Why nobody knew him? And this is the thing for me. Please, in seeking justice for whatever we need, God answer one prayer and he's going to answer the others. The other young lady, he should have some sort of restraint, some sort. I'm praying that the other young lady come through. Mission Bounds Warriors, get on it. Her name is Winshay Barrett. Mission Bounds, I'm speaking to y'all. Her name is Winshay Barrett. You guys get on it right now and summon the heavens to take her home like he took home Felicia. Please and thank you. But what I'm saying in this, why was he allowed to roam? How long was he living in Bath, St. Thomas, that he has a home that they felt they needed to burn? Because if he was a tenant renting someone's home, I don't think nobody would feel it's necessary to burn down somebody else. We also need a sex registry in Jamaica to be updated. Jamaica and back on bush mentality. But do they even have one? I'm asking if they actually have a sex registry in Jamaica. I don't know. I've not lived in Jamaica for more than 25 years. I really can't speak to what happened in Jamaica entirely. I was supposed to check it out, but because I was on the road late doing my business, I didn't get a chance to speak to my partner. He's not here, so I can't ask him, which he would know. I can promise you the next time we come live, I'll be able to give you all the laws concerning that. He is a lawyer, he would know, but he's not available for me to ask right now. I did a live and asked the same question, Lady V, but we have to ask. Is there a sex registry? Is a sex offender list in Jamaica? Is it known? You know, just like how when you have, what you call it, where you register to vote. That thing, electoral register or whatever you call it, where your name is on it if you can vote. And you'd go to like a post office, or you go to like a library, or sometimes you see it in certain places where you see they have one, but it's not public. So what's the point having one that is not made available to the public? How will we, the public, know who is a threat to us? When a person is registered as a sex offender, there's supposed to be their name and their photograph. Everyone needs to know who they are. Who they are. And that's the only way we're going to start doing something that makes sense. Having it and no one knows it. You come to live next to me and you're on it, but I can't access the information. How will I know who my neighbor is? When my neighbor start playing nice, and he started to say, you have your son locked up in the house, make him come play football. I'm thinking, look, I have a nice neighbor. He wants to play football with the kids. Jamaica, laws need to change. A whole lot of the laws need to change. Because honestly, and I am saying this without no water in my mouth, Jamaica laws are too lax. The laws need to change. Something got to give. Penalties need to increase. I am not one to call for violence. As a karate instructor, one of my code is to remain non-violent. As a karate instructor, one of my sworn oath and code is to be a non-violent human being. But I honestly believe bringing back the hanging right now is a good thing. It's a good thing. Jamaica is too messed up right now with this women thing. The abuse, the abuse, the abuse, the abuse. It's not public, and maybe can almost get your sense of, okay. Right? So we need, Lolo, how you doing, darling? We need to come back with some laws. The laws need to change. Senators and MPs, whatever y'all is having in Jamaica, y'all need to go to parliament. Y'all need to table a bill for higher penalty, stiffer and stronger penalty for anything that looks like this, sound like this. We can't have our children go to hell in a handbasket because a couple of you are too afraid to speak. Is it that you guys are guilty of the same things and you're afraid that when it lands on your door, the penalty is going to be too strong? Why are you so lax? I am asking, why are you so lax in Jamaica? Why so many persons have to suffer? How many more? How many more lives? How many more mothers gonna have to cry? How many more times do we have to hold a child that's broken? How many more broken adults need to come out here from broken childhood because you did not make the law that protected them? How many more mothers can't look their children in the eyes because they felt they failed them? How many more fathers feel helpless because you couldn't get the person who hurt your baby girl? How many more fathers will have to spend the rest of their lives in prison because they hurt a man who hurt their baby girls and baby boys because you, the government, did not take a stand? You did nothing. You did nothing. You did damn nothing. Only thing you do is come around. Is every Every 5 years, you all haul your asses around to people's door in colors and yamming from dirty people with dirty house just because you want to show us you're like us and you're one of us because you want our votes. And on the other time, you don't tell us hello. You pass us, you roll up your glass with nobody. After the election cycle is over, we don't matter. What we want don't count. St. Thomas people. Pause. You say, uno up St. Thomas? Uno me a chat too. You know where Jamaica I come from? You know where St. Thomas I come from? Yeah. Yeah, St. Thomas I come from. You know, my mad fool, no? My angry fool, no? Yeah. You wanna know why? Y'all like stooges sometimes. Y'all don't stand up when y'all need to stand up except for this instance. My rate to no respect, I mean not take back none of that for this time. You know how many years they have St. Thomas people like fool? You know how many years y'all was the spawns in their schemes? You know how many years they had no use for y'all? You have no road, no water, no nothing. You know how many years St. Thomas is known as the forgotten parish. When you come from St. Thomas, you don't come from nowhere. You have a wrong address. Yeah. You know how many years we were the adopted or the stepchild? You know how many governments I've seen come to power and promise them I'm going to build this, build that, and up to now every time they come at Jamaica and come at St. Thomas, me not see nothing build. The last liad, them never telling us that Goodyear will turn into some kind of fancy place. What is Goodyear up to right now as we speak?